Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, this is David Benjamin from healthywildandfree.com. Today I'm talking about the topic of hormones, and the reason I'm talking about hormones is because they're vitally important for our health, our energy, our well-being, our sex drive, how well we sleep, waking up feeling rested, our brain function, how irritable we are, and the condition of our health and wellness, and just how we look, how we feel. So hormones affect so many levels and layers of the body. And the best definition or the best way to look at hormones is just to simply view them as chemical messengers. They're chemical messengers that give our body signals to do certain things. So think of them as communication or delivery mechanisms within the body to flip switches on or flip switches off, to wake us up in the morning with cortisol, or to put us to sleep at night with melatonin. Those are both hormones and they have an effect on our sleep. Or testosterone, which is a huge and important hormone for men's health and vitality and energy and sex drive. Or cortisol, once again, which is a stress hormone. Or vitamin D, which is called a vitamin, but it's really a hormone that affects immunity and brain function and mood and all these different factors. So hormones are tremendously important to our health and well-being, and oftentimes we don't understand how they play a role in our lives because typically hormones aren't really talked about. Vitamins, nutrition, exercise, sleep, all these things are talked about. But hormones are the underlying signals that affect your circadian rhythm, which is your internal biological clock. So it's really important to understand that hormones play a huge role in our health, well-being, and vitality, and that how we engage with and interact with our hormones plays a role in how we feel, how we think, how much energy we have, how much sleep, how much sex drive we have, all of these things. So with that being said, there is a key distinction, and today I'm going to talk about the two different types of classifications of hormones so you can better understand, utilize, and really have discernment with your own hormones and how you are in relationship with your hormones and how they influence and impact your health and where your hormones are coming from and what could negatively be impacting your hormones. So with that being said, the two different types of hormones, classifications of hormones rather, are endogenous hormones and exogenous hormones. Now endogenous, E-N-D, endogenous, meaning internal. So endogenous hormones are hormones that are produced within the cells, within your biology, within your body. So that's endogenous hormones. Now really most, if not all, I won't say all, but most hormones are produced endogenously. Now we do have some exogenous influencing factors, exogenous meaning outside of your biology, that influence your hormone levels. So for example, sunshine is something that causes your body to produce vitamin D, so it has an exogenous sort of trigger that influences the levels of vitamin D in your body. Or for example, cortisol. It's a stress hormone, but if you have events or scenarios in your life that are influencing and impacting your stress levels, that will influence your stress internally, or your stress hormone internally. But really what the key that you need to know, the distinction between the two, is endogenous hormones are produced internally within the cells. Exogenous are influenced by outside factors outside of your body. So understanding the key difference and distinction between those two is very important. And to build on top of that, in the world we live in today, we live in a world where so many things in our environment are influencing our hormones exogenously. So we have exogenous factors that are manipulating our hormones, that are causing confusion within the chemical messaging signals of our hormones and our bodies. So for example, plastic, drinking out of plastic water bottles, or using plastic utensils or plastic toothbrushes, or anything plastic that we're drinking, eating, or putting in our mouths, that has an exogenous effect on hormones, specifically estrogen. Because BPA, bisphenol A, which is a component of plastics, most plastics at least, mimics estrogen and causes the body to produce estrogen synthetically. So the body is in this state where it doesn't know what's going on, and this BPA is signaling the body to produce estrogen, and then estrogen elevates, and then the estrogen, progesterone, testosterone balance of hormones, because hormones are produced and need to be in a synchronized, harmonized manner, gets thrown out of whack completely. So what's important to understand is that there are exogenous hormones in the world, whether it's plastic water bottles, or another example is birth control. Birth control affects estrogen levels and progesterone levels. So birth control is an exogenous source of hormones that you're literally not just getting a trickle effect that kind of alters the hormonal response in the body, but birth control is an external exogenous hormone that is taken that then creates this huge negative net impact on the body's health and hormonal regulatory systems, because the body has estrogen, has progesterone, and the body goes, oh, I have these hormones, I don't need to produce them. So the glands and the systems within the body that produce hormones are no longer functioning optimally because they see the work is already done. So why would they go to work? Another example, and this is more on the holistic or natural side of things, which I don't see as holistic or natural in any way, is melatonin. Melatonin is a very popular supplement for sleep health and sleep, well-being. Melatonin levels start to peak at 9 p.m. at night. So if your body's healthy, your circadian biology and circadian rhythm are on track, your lighting and your environment is healthy, it's conducive to sort of natural sunlight, the blue and red light and orange spectrum and wavelengths of light are harmonizing, your body should naturally produce melatonin at about 9 o'clock p.m. each night. And that's what calms you down, gets your body into the state of rest and digest so you can sleep, you're in the parasympathetic nervous system, and you're kind of relaxing and getting into that mode to sleep. Now, taking an external exogenous source of melatonin, just like birth control, is not healthy or conducive to you. Because when you take melatonin, your body, specifically your pineal gland, goes, wait a minute, melatonin is being produced in your gut too, your gut and your pineal gland. Melatonin is being produced. We don't have to work. We don't have to produce this melatonin. And then it affects your serotonin levels, which your pineal gland and gut also produce. So if you want the glands and systems and organs in your body to be functional and optimal, you don't want to give them exogenous sources of hormones that are endogenously created. Rather, what you want to do is support your gut health, support your pineal gland, create an environment that has healthy lighting so that your body produces melatonin, serotonin, cortisol, testosterone, HGH, human growth hormone, these hormones, so that your body produces them ideally in its own timing, in its own manner, and it's on a track of hormonal regulation. So it's rising, declining, these hormones when they are necessary to rise and to decline. So with that being said, it's very important to understand the role of hormones and how they play a huge role in our health. They're chemical messaging signaling molecules that are pivotal in, once again, energy levels, sleep, the quality of your sleep, your sex drive, your brain function, how moody you are. Sleep and energy are just everything. I mean, like, if you're sleeping good and you have good energy, life is a lot easier and you get a lot more done, you're a lot more productive. Things just happen. Life is better when you sleep good and you have good energy. And hormones play a huge role in that. So I create this video today to educate you on the difference between endogenous and exogenous hormones. Endogenous are produced within, that's your body's natural ability. You want to support those structures. You want to support your body in producing melatonin and serotonin and even cortisol on a low level, the stress hormone, because cortisol is what wakes you up in the morning. And every hormone has its use. Same with cholesterol, all these different things. All these things have their use in the body, and there's no good or bad. It's a level. Where is your level? Is it healthy? Is it in congruency with other levels? Is it modulating in the body properly? So with that being said, I highly recommend avoiding exogenous sources of hormones simply because it disrupts and interrupts the body's innate ability to produce hormones from within endogenously if those hormones are in fact endogenous, like most of them are. So I highly recommend avoiding birth control, steroid injections, human growth hormone injections, birth control, I said that, melatonin pills and supplements and drops and things. Avoid exogenous hormones that the body produces endogenously. There are much healthier, more sustainable, and safer ways to produce the hormones internally to get those glands healthy, to get the organs healthy, Light plays a huge role, once again, with melatonin, serotonin, these different things. And just your overall environment plays a huge role, and just what you're eating, your diet, your movement, all of these patterns and habits in your life play a role on how well and how harmonized and synchronized your hormones are producing. So with that being said, I hope this video gives you some value and some insight into the difference between internally produced hormones and externally produced hormones, endogenous being internal, exogenous, E-X-G-O-N-E-O-S, I believe it is, exogenously produced hormones externally, and just understanding the relationship and the dynamic between those two. If you want to learn more about different supplements, like for example, I recommend avoiding most supplements because 80% of the supplements in the marketplace are absolute crap. They have a lot of fillers, a lot of preservatives that have a negative net impact on the body. They aren't very bioavailable, so they don't absorb properly in the gut because they aren't paired either with cofactors or co-nutrients that they need to actually be utilized in the body. Or the preservative or the fillers are just a buffer, and then it doesn't really fully get absorbed. We don't really absorb much of the nutrients that we take in. So if you want to learn more about absorbing nutrients that you take, taking high quality supplements and avoiding the crap, and to stop wasting your money and your time and your energy, click the link below to download the copy. I wrote a 33-page PDF report called Your Supplements Suck, because unfortunately they do. Most of them do. That report is absolutely free. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars in my lifetime on nutritional supplements. I've taken anything and everything you could possibly think of, and it is something that I'm very passionate about teaching and educating the public on. So grab that free copy below. One more thing, there are, interestingly enough, different chemical messengers or messaging things that are within our beauty care products. So I'm talking like soaps, body washes, deodorant, all these different things, especially deodorant, because something you're putting in your pits have huge pores. Your pits in your groin have some of the biggest pores on your body. So whatever you apply to them topically absorbs into the bloodstream. So I highly recommend avoiding anything that has estrogen mimicking effects. And a lot of body washes and soaps and things have these effects. And I just got this soap recently. It's called Fresh Pine Men Honey Oatmeal Premium Organic Soap. And it's all natural, and it smells really good, and it's organic, and it doesn't have any of that crap. So check this soap out, Fresh Pine Men's Premium Soap. It's really good stuff, and I just wanted to share that with you because what we put on our body does impact our hormones. There are, like for example, sodium lauryl sulfate or propylene glycol, or these different things, ingredients within beauty care products that when they enter the bloodstream, they confuse the hormonal messaging systems of the body. So with that being said, grab your free report below. Please like, favorite, comment, and share if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for future videos. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.